Why does every unit have that sergeant who treats soldiers like personal assistants? Staff Sergeant Brent Vaughn, that was his name. 8 years in the Army, supply sergeant for our company, and the biggest power tripper I ever met. Guy treated privates like his personal servants. Need copies made? Get Specialist Nolan to do it. Coffee run? Send Private Lane. His car needs washing? That's what junior enlisted are for, right? The worst part was how he justified it. Called it leadership training, teaching subordinates attention to detail, building work ethic. Complete garbage, but command never questioned him. I watched him order Private Wyatt to pick up his dry cleaning during lunch. Made Specialist Curtis organize his personal garage on a Saturday. Had Corporal Sterling detail his truck every week using company supplies. We all hated it, but nobody said anything. Vaughn wrote our evaluations. Crossed him and your career was done. Then Private Quinn Ashford showed up. Fresh out of basic training, assigned to our unit as a supply clerk. Quiet kid, kept his head down, did his job well. First week, Vaughn started testing him. Quinn, run to the PX and grab me an energy drink. Quinn, my boots need shining for inspection tomorrow. Quinn, organize these files while I take a long lunch. The kid did everything without complaint. We figured he'd learned the game quickly. Just another private getting hazed by Vaughn's power trip. But Quinn was doing something none of us had thought of. He was documenting everything. Timestamps, witnesses, exact orders given, kept a detailed log on his phone. 3 months in, Vaughn got comfortable, started getting really blatant about it. Had Quinn spend an entire duty day helping him move apartments. Used a government vehicle during duty hours. Made Quinn sign for the truck like it was official business. That weekend, Quinn went to the Inspector General, brought 3 months of documentation, photos, text messages, witness statements he'd quietly collected from other soldiers. The IG investigation started Monday morning. Nobody knew about it except Quinn and the investigators. Vaughn was at his desk when 2 officers showed up, asked to see his duty roster, his vehicle dispatch logs, his text message records. I watched his face go white as he realized what was happening. Started stammering about misunderstandings and miscommunications. Too late. Investigation found 57 separate incidents of misusing government resources and abusing authority. Vaughn had been running personal errands on duty time for 3 years. Nobody had ever reported it because he retaliated against anyone who questioned him. Quinn's documentation was so thorough the investigation wrapped up in 2 weeks. Normally these things take months. Vaughn got an Article 15, lost his rank, lost his position, got reassigned to a different unit doing inventory in a warehouse. No more leadership position, no more personal assistance. The company commander called formation after it was over, addressed the whole unit, said he was ashamed nobody had come forward sooner, that the abuse had been happening under his nose for years. Then he asked Quinn to step forward. Everyone figured the kid was in trouble for going outside the chain of command. Instead, the commander shook his hand, thanked him for having the courage to stand up when nobody else would, said that's what real integrity looks like. Promoted Quinn to specialist on the spot, meritorious promotion for displaying the Army values when it mattered most. The unit changed after that. New supply sergeant treated people with actual respect. Command started paying attention to how NCOs were using their authority. Random spot checks became normal. Quinn stayed quiet about the whole thing. Never bragged, never even mentioned it, just did his job. 6 months later, I was working late in the office. Quinn was there too, finishing some paperwork. I finally asked him why he'd done it. Why risk his career reporting a sergeant? He looked up from his computer. My dad was in the Army, 20 years, had a sergeant like Vaughn who made his life miserable. Dad never reported it because he was scared. Watched it eat him up inside for years. Quinn went back to his typing. Figured somebody had to break the cycle. Might as well be me. That's when I noticed the photo on his desk. Older guy in a dress uniform. Master Sergeant rank. Quinn's dad at his retirement ceremony. He know what you did? I asked. Quinn smiled. Called him the day the investigation closed. First time I heard him sound proud in years. Said I did what he wished he'd been brave enough to do. Vaughn got out of the Army 2 years later. Heard he's working retail now. Probably still wondering how a private fresh out of basic training outsmarted him. Quinn made sergeant last month. Youngest in the company. Runs his section with respect. Never asks soldiers to do personal favors. Leads by example instead of intimidation. Sometimes I see new privates testing boundaries, seeing what they can get away with. Quinn always shuts it down immediately. We're here to be soldiers, not servants. Anyone has a problem with that, my door's open. That's why every unit used to have a sergeant who treated soldiers like personal assistants. Past tense. Because eventually someone like Quinn shows up and reminds everyone what leadership actually means.